Now, it's pretty easy to talk to women about veganism.
Hey, that's sexist.
But with men, you often hear, "Well, why would I go vegan? I ain't gay, and I ain't some dumb girl." Yes, unfortunately, due to corporate social engineering, a lot of stupid, ignorant, unenlightened men think that paying someone else to kill defenseless animals for them, that they buy at the grocery store, somehow makes them more manly.
Well, the connection there is actually pretty simple. You see, back in the olden days, a couple hundred, 1,000 years ago, in order to become a man, you had to do something difficult, right? And to these people, hunting animals was something that was difficult. So in order to become a man, you had to go out and you had to go kill an animal and bring that meat back to your village, and then people respected you because you did a pretty good job of being a man, of doing something. And that's the connection there. Now, if you're saying here in our contemporary society, since you go down to Walmart or the grocery store to pick up meat, it's no longer a manly thing, you would be correct there. But that's the association. That's what our reptilian brains are telling us.
This makes absolutely no fucking sense, since all you're doing is preying on someone who's weaker than you. For the same reason it's considered cowardly for a man to hit a woman.
Hey, that's sexist.
It's just as, if not more cowardly, to support the abuse and murder of animals.
Okay, well then, let me ask you a question. If I hunted down a pack of wolves and then consumed their meat, would that be acceptable?
All you're doing is taking advantage of animals that are vulnerable and or physically weaker than you, and there's nothing manly about that.
Okay, so then, if I hunted down a pride of lions and I ate their meat, would that be manly then?
Do any of you think it was manly for Chris Brown to hit Rihanna, someone who's physically weaker than him and couldn't fight back?
Whoa bro, that's sexist. Don't you know there is no difference between men and women?
Then why do you idiots think it's manly to abuse and kill animals? Anyone who says this shit is just a fucking bitch who doesn't understand what it means to be a man.
Well, to be fair, not a lot of young men in our contemporary society understand what it means to be a man, so you're not wrong.
And when guys say that meat is manly bullshit, they're saying it to get the approval of other men.
Actually, they're probably saying that to get the approval of women. Being manly to other men doesn't mean shit. Because you're not trying to have sex with those guys. Not unless they're gay.
Women aren't impressed by ignorance and apathy.
Are you sure about that? I mean, I do see a lot of single mothers complaining about all of those ignorant, apathetic men in their lives. I'm just saying.
They prefer men who have critical thinking skills and are kind and compassionate.
Okay. Oh man, whew. That was funny. Because if that were true, vast majority of young men right now would not be single. I'm just saying.
In an interview with Jed Gillen's sexy-ass porn star Brie Olson stated, "I don't think men who eat meat are more masculine.
Well, not to be a dick here, it's just that I don't really care all too much what Brie Olson finds masculine or not masculine. I mean, a woman's opinion on masculinity doesn't mean much to me. And then to be fair, it's not really like a lot of women understand the concept of masculinity anyway. And if you are a woman who understands the concept of masculinity, you're a good person. I like you.
I just don't think they've been provided with enough information for them to make the proper decision on going vegan. A well-educated man is most sexy to me."
Is that right? Well, then there is no way that you're a single lady. I mean, there's lots of well-educated young men. See, here's the thing, Brie Olson. I'm going to challenge myself, okay? I'm going to do a Google search on you. And if I find out that you're single, I am not going to take your advice at all. So let's check this out. Well, as it turns out, I actually did myself a little bit of research, and it turns out you broke up with Charlie Sheen back in 2011. So, looks like right now you're single. So, I'm not really going to take your advice to heart. Although, when I really think about it, maybe you weren't making up a bunch of BS. I mean, to be fair, in order to make a career out of doing something that is necessary for the survival of our species, and doing that so it is recorded and then sold to people who don't have a lot of sex very often is actually a pretty smart idea. Maybe you are attracted to educated men.
And even porn star Lexi Bell is vegetarian and is an animal rights advocate.
Yeah, except, here's the thing, Richard. If you don't want to have sex with Lexi Bell, what John Brown difference would it make if she is a vegan? I mean, I'm just saying, what does it matter?
Again, women get turned on by men who are smart, critical thinkers, and are kind and compassionate.
You know, Richard, here's the thing. I really wish that we did live in this world where women were super attracted to really nice guys. It's just that we don't. I mean, objectively speaking, we can see that lots of young ladies are not all that attracted to men who are kind, compassionate, and caring. Because if they were, then a lot of these emotional beta male guys would not be stuck in the friend zone. They would probably be married with kids right now, instead of married to a woman who has already had kids with a father that doesn't care about his children. You know, that's, I mean, I'm just saying, I mean, if that were true, then objectively speaking, we would see more kind, caring young men in relationships. That's all I'm saying. I mean, if that were true, then we wouldn't see a bunch of women complaining about how there are no good guys, and women writing articles about how there are no nice guys, and girls complaining about the men who cheated on them, and single mothers, and all of that. Keep going.
This "I'm a man and I don't care if animals die" bullshit is only going to get you approval from your idiot friends.
Well, interestingly enough, I have seen women date men who sold drugs to children. So apparently they're not really high up on the whole morality bar thing, right? I mean, that doesn't really sound like kind, caring, and compassionate, you know, selling poison to little Johnny. I mean, I'm just saying. I've also seen women date guys who were abusive towards them. And then I've mentioned the fact that the guy was abusive towards them, and they somehow got angry at me for mentioning the fact that he was a terrible person. So, yeah, as it turns out, that's just not entirely true. Are there some women who like these nice, kind, compassionate guys? Yeah, there are. It's just rather difficult to find them. Like, really hard. Like, really, really, really hard for whatever reason. I don't know why it's so hard, but it is pretty hard to find a woman like that.
It's not going to help you get any women.
When I'm not fucking or creating porn, I'm pretty much rescuing animals and giving all my love to them.
Yeah, well, you vegans have low testosterone levels and you can't even get erections. So, what would it matter if you get more girls if you can't even get it up? And when we actually look at the research, rather than listening to what ignorant idiots online tell us, we see that vegans have the same level of available androgens as meat eaters.
Okay, I have to stop you right here. I noticed that you said meat eaters. Now, that implies that you mean carnivorous. But carnivorous means that you solely eat meat, right? If I'm correct. And herbivore, or being herbivorous, if that's how you correctly pronounce that word, would mean that you only eat plants, which is what you would be. Except, most human beings don't solely eat meat. They also eat plants as well. So they would actually be omnivores. They would consume both, right? So why do you only refer to them as meat eaters? That doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. I'm just asking.
And meat actually reduces your ability to get an erection. Because the saturated fat and cholesterol found in animal products clog our arteries and reduces blood flow, it reduces our ability to get and maintain an erection.
Yeah, but Richard, I have to ask this question. Are you sure that it is the simple consumption of meat that, you know, brings about erectile dysfunction, or an abundance of meat? You know, are you telling me that simply eating a steak every once in a while will lead me to erectile dysfunction? I mean, I'm just wondering, that's kind of how you're putting it. You know, I used to think that it was eating too much meat, or eating too many animal fats, or eating too much of anything, really, is what leads to all of these problems. But I could be wrong. I mean, seriously, I really could be wrong. I know I sound facetious, but again, are you sure it is the simple consumption or an abundance? I'm really not clear on this.
So, going vegan won't reduce your testosterone levels and you'll get bigger, harder erections.
Actually, no, you didn't say that. What you said was eating meat would reduce your erections. You didn't say that eating plants would increase the size of your erections. I'm just saying, you didn't say that just a second ago, is all I'm saying.
Not to mention, vegan women are fucking hot as fuck.
You know, I'm not gonna lie, Freelee is a pretty attractive young lady. But that whole genocidal maniac thing just ain't really my shit. Well, what about that girl? You know, she's got a really cute face, and small boobs and all that. Yeah, that is true. Man, she has some nice legs, but she's not really doing it for me in the whole butt department. I stand corrected. What about her? Nah, she's not really doing it for me in the whole hip department. Yeah, I see what you're saying there. Thoughts? Oh, well, she's got that whole girl next door face going on. What is with these vegan women and pole dancing?
So, to recap, you attract women by proving you're a thoughtful, compassionate person.
Wait, are we still on that? Okay, look, Richard, my ex-girlfriend broke up with me because I was a caring and devoted person. Like, she literally, that was literally the reason why she ended the relationship. Like, seriously, like, that's not even a joke. Like, I'm not joking. I'm like, that is why she broke up with me, because I was this kind, caring, compassionate. Okay, whatever.
And this man-eat-meat bullshit will only get you approval from your male friends.
Well, I don't know about all that, man. Like, again, I am seeing a bunch of young ladies picking a bunch of jerks to go breed and have children with. So, I'm sorry, I'm looking at objective reality, and I'm seeing vastly more women dating these guys who are no good than dating men who want to treat them well. I mean, I'm just saying, that's just what I'm seeing all over the place.
Once you go vegan, you'll attract super hot vegan women.
Yeah, see, but here's the thing, Richard. If I have no desire to attract a woman who only eats plants, well, then see, your whole marketing strategy doesn't work on me. Man, I guess I'm not your demographic here, but if a man does not have a desire to have a bunch of sex with women who only eat plants, then it doesn't really work to tell him that by only eating plants he will attract women. I mean, to be fair, I would like to have a relationship with one woman who treats me well and likes me. You know, the whole plant eating thing is kind of irrelevant there, but yeah.
And going vegan will give you bigger, harder erections to pleasure these super hot vegan women with.
Yeah, but Richard, if you don't want to have a bunch of sex with these vegan women, being a vegan just doesn't seem to be the thing for you. I mean, you're gonna have to do a lot better than that to convince me that I should only eat plants for the rest of my life. I mean, I'm just saying, it's not like every other marketing ad company hasn't tried to say, hey, purchase our product and you'll get women that want to have sex with you. I mean, like, every ad company at some point or another has tried that approach. And it hasn't worked on me then, so it's probably not gonna work on me now. That's all I'm saying. You gotta do a lot better than that, man.
Okay, at this point, if you don't go vegan, you're just admitting that you have no interest in women.
That is not how the world works, but okay.
Not that being gay is a bad thing.
Yeah, except you just implied that it was, so.
I'm just saying that if you consider yourself a heterosexual man who's interested in being with smart, beautiful women, then you should start making some vegan gains. And that's right, ladies, I'm vegan and I'm single.
You're also a bit thirsty, too. Sorry, low-hanging fruit there. Okay, so basically, Richard, at the end of the day, all I'm saying is this. Every marketing company has done this whole thing already before. If you want to get women, you gotta buy our product or do what we tell you to do. If you don't have any desire to have a bunch of sex with a bunch of women, including women who just don't want to eat plants, your marketing strategy fails. All I'm saying is you have to give me a little bit more than, hey, lots of girls want to have sex with you, to convince me to only eat plants for the rest of my life. That's all I'm saying. And hey, it's not that I dislike you or anything. I like you quite a bit. I'm just saying, you can do better than that. It's kind of weak. Oh, and by the way, if you are a self-righteous vegan and you came to my channel to try to tell me how I am a terrible person because I consume dead animals, all I have to say is,
fuck you. Oh, fuck you, fuck you. Fuck you, fuck you. Fuck you, fuck you.
So that being said, man, I certainly hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and if you did, man, go ahead and click that like button. Go ahead and click that subscribe button. Comment in the comment box below, and as always, have a great day. I will see you cool cats soon. Adios.